Welcome to Sting City.
Hey everybody, it's the start to a beautiful day here at Sting City, and we're going to do some hive inspections today. A couple goals. Number one, I want to see how their food stores are building up, make sure they're getting ready for winter, and decide if I need to feed them a little bit more. And then secondly, I want to make sure that we have healthy queens in the hives in preparation for some mite treatments that I need to give them in the upcoming days and weeks. So with that, we're going to get the smoker started and take a look at the hives. Okay, we're going to get started with Pollinator Palace here, which if you recall from the previous videos, they had swarmed. I think they requeened. We haven't opened it since that happened. So we're going to open it up here and hopefully we see some signs of a good laying queen. This hive actually still has the empty honey super that I had put on for them to empty out. So I'm curious if they have filled that up on me or done something. Not too many bees up top here. I'm hoping these frames are empty and I will be just taking this super off. Yep, and that appears to be the case. So you can see these are still beautifully clean and dry honeycomb. Yep, and that is the case throughout. So we're going to take this super off. I know that there are definitely some varroa mites in here. I haven't done a mite check, but I have had the sticky board in the bottom, and there's been definitely enough on there to let me know we need to treat. And I need to make sure that things are going okay in here before we disrupt them with a mite treatment. Give them some smoke. This frame, they've built some honeycomb out to the side of the box. So we're going to have to clean this up a bit here. That's what happens when you give them more space than they need. They fill it with honeycomb. Now, I have not had this hive open for an inspection to this level in probably a couple months. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on. This frame is a beautiful frame of honey. Look at that. Very heavy. Filled on both sides with honey. That's great. That's going to help them in the winter. Get this side. So this frame, they're starting to fill it with nectar, but this side's pretty well empty. And you can see here from the requeening that we talked about, here's several queen cups where a queen would have merged, or once one did, they cleaned out the other queens. There's some larvae in here, and it looks like eggs. Nectar and honey on this side. And some more larvae. Looks like maybe drone. This is interesting. There's a bunch of drone brood. Not exactly what I'd like to see right now. Just to show you here, you can actually see the larva down in the honeycomb. You can see on this one they have the right pattern going with the honey around the outsides and then the brood in the center, but you can see how the brood is kind of bumped up, so that's telling me that that's drone brood. So this could be what they call a laying worker. So female worker bees can actually lay eggs, but they're unfertilized and they turn into drones, which aren't going to help us get through winter or help the hive succeed. So that's concerning. Lots of honey, more drone brood. Always trying to see a queen. Lots of honey. So we've got good stores. Just afraid we don't have an active queen. And the next frame is all honey. Okay, we're going to put this layer back together. It's interesting how a hive can go from thriving, this was my strongest hive, to a point where they swarmed, and now they're struggling. Bunch of bee bread in this frame. So yeah, if you can see the bee bread tucked in the honeycomb there, that's pollen that they put an enzyme in to kind of ferment. This frame is empty, minus some more larvae, which I'm guessing is drone. A little bit of honey. Bunch more drone. Yuck. I don't know. Having trouble telling if this is drone brood or good female worker bee brood, but you can see there's capped brood and there's larvae. The frame is very light, so they don't have much honey or stores on it. More of the same. Bunch of queen cups along the bottom here. They've been trying to make a queen. If you can see here along the bottom edge, those cells sticking off the bottom. There's actually a larva inside one of them. This frame is empty. A little bit of honey. And then there's a full frame of honey. I think I'm gonna, well, we'll see what's in the next level. I may end up seeing if I can find a frame of eggs from Buzzopolis to give them. I can't recall last time I actually looked into this lower level. This is empty honeycomb. Another bunch of empty honeycomb. More empty honeycomb. Seeing a trend here. So interestingly, this layer is basically empty. I saw questionable signs of a queen, but I would say that we don't have a queen. So what we're going to do, what are we going to do? I'm going to put this top on here, and I'm going to see if we can get a frame of eggs from one of the other two hives.